Hey, Sean Morrow here. I'm going to show you what I do when I try to get a good classic rock or alt rock sound out of my amplifier in my garage while I play guitar and record that well. So I've got my Black Star amp here. It's a tube amp combo, really known as kind of a one-trick pony kind of overdrive kind of amp. But it's got a good clean channel too. Anyway, what works good for me is using a combination of a standard dynamic microphone and a condenser microphone, getting two different signals to kind of use the different characteristics of both those microphones to capture this guitar amp and blend those to make a really well-balanced guitar track. So getting a good guitar signal is all about recording anything else is all the same. It's all about mic position. A different angle or a different distance can make a world of difference, as much as turning a big equalization knob or anything like that. So I found a couple of go-to positions that work pretty well for me. I've got a Sennheiser MD421 pointed right at the center of the cone. It's a single 12-inch speaker in here. It's kind of up at an angle, so it's out of the way of this other. This Sennheiser 421 is generally known for its good low-end response. It's good for drums, bass guitar cabinets, and things like that. And voiceovers, anything with good low-end girth. So generally, right out of the middle of a guitar amp speaker, it's going to be very, very harsh, brittle, very piercing, a lot of stuff. So I'm hoping that the kind of low-end characteristic of that will kind of balance out the harshness of there, but capture some of the power there. And I've got a condenser mic here. If this was a big, huge, awesome ambient sounding room, I might set up some other room mics in here and catch the big blooming of this amp and everything, but it's not really a great room, so I'm going to concentrate on just close micing it here. The condenser is going to be more sensitive to high frequency stuff and broad range everything. So I could put it right here and kind of capture the same thing. I've done some experimentation, what kind of works for me with this mic, with this amp and everything. Here's the edge of my hole right here, about a hand or a foot away, close to this edge, and then pointed at the other side of the cone right there. So it's getting a kind of a glancing blow of all that power coming out of the speaker, so it's going to help kind of pad the high ends and not be so harsh on it. And I hope to balance the two. Moving up to my amp settings, I'm going for an overdrive sound, but I got to be disciplined. The more you add more and more distortion and overdrive and sizzle, as you add guitar tracks and layers and start combining those tracks, all that sizzle gets cumulative and it can really overwhelm the track. So the trick is to back off of the sizzle and the distortion and go for girth and gain and that good tube amp sag and everything. Kind of go for your power then, because even a little distortion is going to add up and you'll get the distortion you're looking for. So let me show you what I'm getting with this right now. Alright. Ooh, this is going to probably blow out this microphone here. Alright, so the little bit of guitar playing you hear now is not through this voiceover mic, it's through my phone mic, the one that's filming. So that's what it picked up, the phone mic was filming, so you get an idea of what I'm hearing when I'm just sitting in front of me. Here's my main volume. Pretty crazy. See, I could go way overdrive and a lot of sizzle. But that's too much. That's going to get way. So what I'm looking for is girth. I'm looking for a power amp sound. So I did get a little bit of break up there on my gain, but that sounds pretty good to me for jamming here in the room. There's Ace Frehley. He probably like this one. right, so that sounds kind of like a jammy sound to me. If I was here in my garage just wanting to jam, I think I'd be ready to go. Again, I don't have it some crazy blowing the doors out volume or anything. You can probably still hear me talking. So, and that gives you a taste of what it sounds like through the phone microphone here. And so now we'll start working on getting into the. So, if you hadn't decided on a position, you put it in a position, you record a little bit, you listen back, see if it's doing what you want to do. All with the foresight to remember that a guitar track soloed and listened to it by itself may not be what it needs to sound like at all in order to work in the track. So, what sounds great to me here in my room, rocking out as a guitar player, listening to my amp in this room, may sound vastly different than what we end up doing to the tracks to make the song awesome. So there.